All right, Matt, coming back here with another Brian Legend video. And you go camping for a couple days, and there's always a bunch going on. Brian Legend, you miss a couple days, it feels like you fall a lifetime behind. But one of the big things that happened a couple days ago is he basically threw out a big alert to not lose money with this high risk scam, worldwide token. Prado, obviously, him and Daniel Prado had a falling out, and you can see he went on the attack there. Also, Brian went and had a Twitter poll. Brian didn't scam money. Brian is a criminal. It had 9,800 votes, 206,000 impressions. Something feels like wasn't super legit. As far as I can tell, there's a lot of people that feel disenfranchised. That a lot of them are starting to think that Brian is a scammer. You see more people join the BRYAN ecosystem there. You also see more people that are leaving comments and videos feeling like they've been duped by Brian Legend. And he keeps saying he's going to retire, and then he comes back. Obviously he deleted his YouTube channel, deleted his Twitter. They came back. And right here today, it says, I mean, you can see the narcissism here. And someone commented that in the first comment there, but let's just go look at Brian's tweet. 4 days in the influential realm of a legend is 4 years in normal reality. My mind is refreshed and my mojo is back, baby. My inner monk has learned a lot by accepting past failures and ready to embrace is ready to embrace new beginnings. I stand here before you humbled to lead my disciples to financial freedom with my sword slicing a new pathway for the creation of DeFi millionaires. Will you become a disciple that follows me as your crypto king? I mean, if you can't see the insanity in that tweet, and I don't know, maybe call me old fashioned, but having the person that leads your crypto project refer to themselves as the crypto king and you as a disciple, if that's not throwing red flags out, I don't know. Maybe it may call me crazy, but this is just amazing. And maybe a lot of people are seeing this video. Maybe they agree. It's obvious that this is crazy, but maybe Brian's trying to latch on to the last few people he's got left in his community. It's hard to know for sure exactly what's going on. Disciples, yeah, Mike, that's pretty funny. But the disciples, it's just you can't make this up. But Russ right here came in with a good tweet. Narcissism is self-centered personality style characterized as having an excessive preoccupation with oneself and one's own needs, often at the expense of others. So that's the one thing I was going to bring up, and I was actually going to make a regular video, but then I was like, no, I haven't did a live stream in a while, so I wanted to pop on here. But with Brian, so he likes to talk about how he's going to make all these crypto millionaires, but if you look back at all of his projects, we don't know that much about Bluecoin, but when you look at Fatrova and Clever DeFi, Tags Exchange, Seifu Go, who benefited mostly and how many people? Yeah, I'm sure a couple people made some money. Very early on with Seifu, I made a couple $100 and then I sold out and never touched it again. And who benefited mostly? I mean, you look at the data that we can tell, most of it looks like it benefits Brian Legend. You got the 2728 address that sent $2 million from the Seifu insurance fund and one of the Seifu Go treasury wallets. And that was happening right when Seifu Go launched. And so why would you send $700,000 to Gate.io? They weren't using $700,000. David's Volish. I don't know. I'm detecting some, I think I'm detecting some sarcasm there, but you never know. So here we are, we're talking about the 2728 address. So there was no reason to send $700,000 to Gate.io. That didn't help out the liquidity pool. The SIF money with the tax from Seifu was supposed to be used for the liquidity pool. So, you look at the tactics. I think Triple Moon Crypto would like to hop on and tell you how she and Hacker almost cracked the treasure pit. And so I think that, when you look at the odds, it seems very unlikely that someone would crack it. You never know. I guess it's possible. But when you look at the tactics that Brian used, like when back with Seifu, he said that there was a partnership with the NBA. there was no partnership. They played a couple, I don't know how much money for the DJ to play a couple of their songs at a Portland Trailblazers basketball game. That's probably not very expensive. And, it's the DJ is more of a subcontractor for the NBA. So he likes to bend everything around to try to maximize his marketing. And, there's a little bit of that marketing no matter who you are. But when you do that at the expense of truth and you bend it so far that you're trying to take advantage of people, are you really trying to help them? So I don't know if he just really needs the attention or if he's trying to save his reputation or if he's going to try to come back into, like Seifu Go is going to be failing or come back in the Vulcan and swoop in and be the, knight in shining armor. A poor widow's son. Hi, David. I mean, Brian, or is it Snowy or whatever you're calling yourself these days? Oh, yeah. Who knows? Sometimes people use sarcasm. To me, I'm not sure if David was being sarcastic or not, but when you look at all the things that are going on in the ecosystem, that he was basically saying, okay, so when you look at the facts that, a lot of things take a lot of time to develop. If you look at Ethereum's being developed over lots of years. Maybe you don't like Ethereum, maybe you do. That's not really the debate we're having here, but they are making developmental changes where their burn mechanism, switching to proof of stake, that stuff takes time. So Brian is trying to claim that under 30 days, he had built an AI for Seifu Go that was 8 years ahead of its time. And so you can see the tactics of trying to say, hey, you're going to get rich. We're all going to get rich. I'm going to buy an airport. And then, oh man, this isn't going. We're gonna have to pivot. Let's do the RVOL token, Yomp. We're gonna sunset. So 1 minute he's saying we're gonna sunset. Seifu goes dead, and then all of a sudden it goes down, it crashes, and then all of a sudden he comes back saying, no, we're gonna revamp this, we're gonna do that, and then it starts going. The chart starts going up. I mean, probably most likely selling a lot at the top, buying it down at the bottom. He's the one coming out the news. He knows a lot of that community's hanging on every word he said. So if he came out and said something, do you want to be involved with crypto project where the person behind it is constantly talking about how you're going to be rich and buy airports and all this, and then this dead, then this? If you can't see the manipulation that he was doing, that the person, Vitalik talks a lot, but if you compare Vitalik to BRYAN Legend, they're acting like completely two different people. And so Vitalik, at least I've never heard him talk about how you're going to get rich with Ethereum, and maybe he talks about that. I don't know. At least all the stuff I've heard, I've never heard him talk about that. Charles Hoskinson doesn't like to. I've never heard him give a price prediction on Cardano, and so and I've heard him say he doesn't care about some teenager or some guy in his 20s is living in his parents' basement trying to make a bunch of money on NFTs, where you just see these tactics. You see that BRYAN Legend is not giving it up. It felt like he was going to fade in the background with his pile of money. Maybe he's burning through it faster than people think, or maybe he just can't give up the limelight. And so I will not give up on my people who are struggling, need my support in changing their financial lives on the less fortunate. Fear not, my friends. I ask you to remain strong with unwavering faith and trust while I make my crypto comeback. So, I mean, is he completely done with the projects he launched and half-assed given the effort? And just, who's going to take over Yomp? There's nothing there. He just basically threw out a name, give it a couple days. So sometimes with Brian, it's hard to tell if he's doing trial and error, and he's just sometimes it feels like he's trying to throw shit against the wall and see what sticks, and sometimes it feels like he's just trying to play games. You can see a lot of people that are successful are tapping into emotions of people. You're going to get rich, you're going to be poor, this is going away, I can help you be rich. Look, I'm so rich. I've been in all these newspaper articles, and I know I brought it up before, but the BRYAN Legend one with Elon Musk, I mean, I don't know who he paid, and it's obviously not it's not a very good one. But the tech leaders of 2021, no one that anyone would consider a real journalist. No offense, Virginia Soggle, whatever. Hopefully I'm not butchering that name. But so the main thing is you got two pictures of BRYAN Legend and you got the exact same pictures. That's already a red flag. And they're talking about how clever DeFi is going to blow everything out of the water. And he's founded Cover DeFi, a groundbreaking DeFi protocol which utilizes blockchain technology through the automatic distribution of set interest. And then now you got Musk with Neuralink. It's like, what's going on right here? This is mind-boggling. But when you look everything from the lens that Brian is trying to build up as much hype, these fake articles to give him credibility, to make people think that he's super successful, blame any kind of failures mostly on other people. The only thing that I've seen him basically take credit for really is he felt like destroying or deleting the Discord was basically the biggest thing that he did wrong, not constantly changing his mind that Seifu Go is going to be sunset. Seifu Go's now it's not going to be. It's going to be 1-for-1 for Yomp. What are you even doing about Yomp? You've already had people sacrifice money for the Vulcan blockchain. He on his live stream talked about how that it was basically a marketing tactic and that they overestimated the amount that was sacrificed just to look cool and to suck people in, thinking it was more money being sacrificed than not. If you haven't joined the Broodfied Coffee and Crypto Discord, it's a great spot where a lot of people have done research on Brian. And I know that sometimes you can see that CoffeeZilla is right there. He's a senior fudder. He's lurking in the background. So I don't know, if BRYAN Legend will be in a new CoffeeZilla video and what effect that'll have. It's tough to know all those details. But right now, BRYAN Legend's not giving up. I know a lot of people feel like they want to keep trying to press it. I was doing lots of live streams. I took a break, got kind of burnt out on it. Plus, it felt like Brian was stepping back for a little while, but he is not backing off. He's talking about new beginnings. It feels like he milked, I think, in my opinion, Seifu, he lied about the fire pit, and somewhere it feels like he changed his mind about just yanking all the money out of the fire pit initially and kind of turned into more of a slow rug, and it went better than he expected. And, even though Seifu was basically going to the ground, then he got the sacrifice for Seifu X Vulcan, and then AI was hot and he wanted to take advantage of that. And he came up with Seifu Go out of nowhere. He's probably basically one of the few people that actually made money on the project, maybe the only person. And once that started to fail, he wanted to do the RVOL token, but the community was against that. So he stopped that. Then he came up with the Yomp, a new way that he's going to get rich. So he's constantly looks like he's going to be pivoting until he stopped into these new projects. He's going to be trying to let you know how much of a visionary, entrepreneur, influencer, investor he is. He'll have these fake news articles, and he'll be trying to get people to pump into the projects, and it won't go well, in my opinion. And, not hoping anyone loses money, but just feel like I need to let people just kind of throw my 2 cents out there. When you look at all the lying, so he can say that all this FUD and he's sorry about failures, but why did he lie? And I've brought it up a million times, but why did he lie about the team members on Fetrova? Why put fake? I asked him on the live stream. He came on a live stream basically to attack Keith, the crypto farmer. And so, but why make the fake team members? He didn't answer that on the live stream when I asked him. And why lie about the gym partnerships? So he will mischaracterize things to try to benefit, make it sound cooler, so that people think that everything he's doing, these partnerships, or when he had with Seifu Go, he would just make a liquidity pool and claim it as a partnership. And then he is trying to over analyze and try to bend his definition of a partnership around when it wasn't a partnership. He did the same thing with the gyms on Fetrova, but why make these fake team members? Why do that if you're just Mr. Legit guy that is trying to do the best for everyone else? Why do that? So did Fetrova fail? Why would you have fake team members? What kind of person would do that? What kind of person would constantly play with the emotions of their investors, saying they're going to sunset the project, it's dead, coming back, I'm joking? That's not the type of a responsible CEO of a project. Isn't constantly toying with the emotions of their investors. They're trying to do the best they can by their investors. And so, you can tell by his actions, to me, in my opinion, he doesn't have the best interest of his investors. And there's just so much that I'll be, obviously I'll be making more videos. Just wanted to pop on today because on Twitter, it felt like he was stepping into the background, and now he does he's going to keep going until someone stops him, and who knows how long that'll be. Hopefully less people fall for his tactics, but I don't know. It seems like people still are, and maybe even some people still believe in him. But when you look at all the lies and his shady marketing tactics and the way that he's manipulating his own projects, I don't see how he can move forward. But it's basically all I have. Let me know in the comment section what you think of all this. And do you think that if CoffeeZilla comes out the video, that will have an effect? And do you think that Bryan's is going to keep rinsing and repeating? So thanks for watching and have a good day.